Let's make a non-baked lemon cheesecake. First I need to grab 3 lemons and cut them in half. I'm going to grate the skin of 1 whole lemon. Squeeze out those 3 lemons. So next off, we're going to be melting 80 grams of salted butter and placing in 230 grams of crushed biscuits. You can do that by placing it into a bag and then using a rolling pin to crush the biscuits. Probably the best way. Otherwise you can just put it in a bowl and crush it with the rolling pin in the bowl. Now we're going to be using 500 grams of cream cheese. Cut that into pieces and probably don't do what I was doing and you won't run the risk of cutting your fingers. So in goes that lemon juice that you squeezed out earlier. So now we want about 400 grams of condensed milk. Try and refrain from eating any of that before you tip it in. 3 teaspoons of gelatin powder. You can mix that in water first before you tip it into the bowl. You want to aim to try and get out all the lumps. If you warm the cream cheese up, it would work better. I didn't do it in this case, so my mixture did turn out with some little lumps, but it's not noticeable in the end product. So in a non-stick pan, I like to put it into a baking paper that I've placed into an oiled tin. Reason being, it just reduces your chance of the cake sticking to the tin, because that will make your cake fall into a million bits if that happens. Slop in a bit of your mixture that you did before and spread that out with a spoon. Dollop in that mixture and then you can spread that around with a spatula. How quick's that? So place that in the fridge overnight. And then once that's done, you want to mix up your jelly now. 200 ml of boiling water. This will dissolve your jelly mix. Once that's dissolved, you can then tip in 200 ml of cold water. Now the instructions will be on the back of the packet of the jelly. Depending on what brand you buy, might change how much water you need to use. Now don't tip your spoon on a backwards angle and then spill it on yourself like I just did. The reason why I'm using the spoon is it stops the jelly from digging a hole into the cake mixture. That lemon that I grated earlier, I've placed that into the jelly before it's set. So now that your jelly has set, you're ready now to take off the paper, and because you've used the baking paper, you'll end up with a perfect edge. And I'm sure you would have ended up with a pretty similar result to this. Now, if you want to do a little bit of something extra to go with your cake, we can caramelize some lemon. So into a low to medium heat, we're going to put in a 1/4 cup of sugar, drop in your slices of lemon, and then we're going to be squeezing in some more juice, half a lemon or so. So just keep stirring that until it caramelizes. And you'll end up with pretty much a result like this. Now, that will dry and harden up very quickly, so once you cool them down, they'll go hard. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I much appreciate it. Mine were a little bit hot, so as you can see it's melted the jelly a little bit, so don't do that. But if you don't, then you'll end up with the result just like that.